Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Stadium. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
From the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Murray sacked.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just lock people down.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? The gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
We'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Shotgun now from Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Broncos get there and take him down.
A loss of 9.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they're trying to right side here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
To number 8.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
And now here come the Raiders. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's at the 30, the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 69 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found the seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
By number 2.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Holding offense. We're all right. Just call. We're going to play. Come on now.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. In need of a conversion 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Take over first.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's got his man on the out route. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Murray now on first down. And he fires one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out of it.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 49 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
It's good to make it 17-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Murray firing. Say they have it, they do.
No partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
14-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 14 yards. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Here's Murray. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Great sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Murray. The hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Number 89. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Broncos.
Now Murray again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Operating from the gun, Murray. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Murray. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Broncos.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
He's brought down back at the 16.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack on first down, Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Murray with a 3rd and long. Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think